So let's get right into it, man. How y'all feel about this Drake track? How y'all feel about the Rick Ross track? And how y'all feel about Kendrick's verse? Who do y'all feel won round one?
Y'all know I got K-Dot.
You got K-Dot?
Yeah.
I got K-Dot, and he didn't even have to spit too much for me. Just the fact of what he set off. But I'm not gonna lie, Drake gave him some. When you break his shit down, he gave him some decent bars, but it was more mid to me than anything. But I feel like K-Dot I don't know, he just in a different box to me. That's probably why I may be biased, but I feel like K-Dot did more of the energy, just even in the small shots. It only took him a few bars just to set it off the way he did. And people did whole songs, and you still comparing, contrasting, and it's not as heavy.
They gonna say you West Coast bias. They gonna say, man, you from the West, you West Coast bias.
No. Say so be it. But if we really break it down, Kendrick is probably the most lyrical in the game right now. At least for sure, top 3. He can get with the best of them. He's been doing it with the best of them. And he's showing improving every time since the control shit.
Because they were saying J. Cole was one of the top lyricists. So with him apologizing and bowing out, is he now disqualified from being in that title?
You can't really say that he's. You can say he's disqualified as an all around.
He's disqualified.
You can say that, but it don't matter. Bar for bar, putting J. Cole in a ring with anybody. That's not just a. That's like saying go get a battle rapper and make him battle one of these rappers. These battle rappers gonna kill one of these rappers. Are you gonna say one of them battle rappers is better than J. Cole? No, you not. So bar for bar, just breaking down rap as a lyrical way, J. Cole is still at the top. He's still one of them tops, but above K-Dot, no. Because K-Dot gonna get you from every angle. It don't matter.
You familiar with what's going on with the whole Drake thing? Rick Ross? You know who Rick Ross is?
Yep. Yes, I do.
Oh, okay. Let me know something.
Rick Ross. He had that track with Kanye, Devil in a New Dress.
Yeah, for sure. I guess him and Drake is beefing right now. They're going back and forth. I don't know over what. Oh, no, you know what? Ross said Drake sent a cease and desist letter to French Montana. So he unfollowed him after that. Like, damn, this ain't the same Drake. I remember when you was happy to hang around in the studio and just happy to be around us. You feel me? Like, what's going on? How you feel about it, Kali?
I give Drake's diss a solid 8 out of 10. I think that the unedited version, or whatever you want to call it, the unmixed, the mastered version was good. I think the final version was good as well. The shots he sent at Kendrick, to be honest, he said some shit about him having a size 7 and the 50% deal or the 50% split. Outside of that, he really didn't go at bro that tough, in my opinion. And like, he made it more of a catchy thing, and it didn't, to me, hit harder than Kendrick's. So in my opinion, I think Kendrick has the upper hand. I also think Kendrick has the upper hand still because Kendrick's verse set the whole industry on fire, right? And his verse was only 53 seconds. Drake's song was 3 minutes and 56 seconds or something like that. So they've already put out full songs off of a 56-second response. So Kendrick has a whole nother complete song that he's able to do of material that nobody has heard yet. Do you get what I'm saying? They've kind of already shot out their first jabs. He still really hasn't shot his first big shot yet. So in this manner, I think he still has the upper hand. And I also, because I listened to all of the disses over and over and over again the last few days, in my opinion, I think Kendrick's is still the best. I understand that.
So what did you rate Kendrick's?
I rate Kendrick's a 9 out of 10.
A 9 out of 10?
So is that close?
See, Drake 8.5,
no,
Kendrick 9 out of 10.
I rated Drake an 8.
An 8?
8 out of 10, 9 out of 10.
What'd you rate Ross shit?
Ross, I'm going to be honest. I rate Ross's somewhere in there. To me, I wasn't really focused on his as much. I liked more so his talking points than the bars. Me personally.
I was about to say that. Like, so the end hit harder than the actual bars.
That was more so my thing with it. Bar-wise, it was cool. I had to listen to it a couple times to feel the beat and, like, get, I guess, the cadence of it. But besides that, I give it, like, probably a solid 7.5, 8 out of 10.
Nah, that beat is a classic. That's an old school. I ain't gonna say old school. So it's like a,
you know, but I might be lacking somewhere. Right there.
No, that beat is definitely a classic. A lot of rappers freestyle over. You know what? I'm gonna say this. it's hard to judge a verse versus a song because I feel like Kendrick's was just like a pop shot. It wasn't an actual diss record. It was a feature on somebody else's record. So it's hard to match it up to Drake's song. But I'm going to give Drake his credit, bro. He's going at like 7 different rappers. And he slid. Everybody's saying it's mid, it's this, it's that. Drake was talking some shit, bro. Like, I went back and I played it a couple times. He talking heavy.
Cuz said
he's talking heavy.
Cuz said you in a big step because you wear a size 7.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, that was some, that was some shit.
But what you just said too,
the way he said it, like the way he slid on it, like how you a big stepper.
Delivery's a big part of it.
Exactly, a mid-size 7.
What
like,
you just said too, to me, proves more that Kendrick's has a better verse because I'm not really judging Drake's response to Kendrick. I'm not judging the whole song. I'm only judging it from them couple of bars that he gave him back. So based off that, I feel like Kendrick still was more direct because he really came out and said, fuck all you niggas. It's up. I'm snatching tattoos and whatever. And it's smoke with all you niggas.
But I'm going to say this, though, because is it more direct? Because he didn't really say Drake's name. Drake actually said his name. He said, fuck what Cole talking about.
Fuck
that Kendrick shit was trash. It wasn't hot.
He's saying that now, but like they said, it's been going on.
Yeah.
Drake been throwing shots at him subliminally. He said, fuck the big 3. How more direct you need to be?
Well, I'm looking at it like a rap battle, right? If MC1 go first thing we all look for is a rebuttal to what MC1 said. So the fact that Drake was able to flip the Michael Jackson line
It's crazy.
was crazy.
Nah,
The Prince Michael Jackson line,
that was his hardest
what
bar.
he flipped it, he said, yeah, it's the difference between Mike then and Mike now. What's a prince to a king? You my son. That was crazy. If that was in a rap battle, the building would have went nuts.
Nah,
so I'm giving him points for that. And like I said, he's getting dissed from
Every coast.
every single angle. It's like I'm not really tripping on of the Weeknd and
ASAP and all the niggas.
ASAP. It's like but the only thing with ASAP is ASAP came out and said, "Hey, I fucked your baby mama before you got with her."
Yeah.
It's low key nothing else you can say after that.
It's nothing else you can say, but it's
And
also,
our wife Rihanna and you was obsessing over her. So
Yeah.
it's like I got you in both lanes. So what could you really say? I fucked your baby's mother. Your kid's mother, I had her first.
Yeah.
No
That's a
matter
fact.
what you say in the song as a man, it ain't no coming back from that. That's just me though.
That's a fact. I think
How you feel about that, Johnny?
Man, that's some heavy shit to say to another dude. Even if it's for the art, like on some level he said that. So if they meet at like a Coachella weekend,
it could be a rap. Yeah.
Do you
not
think
really
it's-
though. It's like
Can you come back from that though? Like if he want to squash it, say, you know what, I'm
Yeah,
over the
you
rap
can.
beef.
You can.
But I done already just told the world I slept with your kid's mother.
You can. You know why he can? Because he knows his kid's mother is a hoe regardless. So he already knows that. He knows that. So I think at first it might tickle him a little bit, but later down the line, you know what it is. I think he knows what it is and he accepted the fact. That's why he tried to cover it up in the beginning anyway.
Well, she is a porn star.
So it's like it is what it is.
Yeah,
It's like,
people,
you know,
people didn't have Rihanna before he didn't have
that's
it.
what I'm saying too.
And
So it's
even on top of that, now it's different. Like how Drake be going after niggas females when they still with him. You know what I mean? Like if ASAP was then snatched her up while Drake was still fucking with her, then I think his points would be stronger. But even like I guess he hit it first, so he on his Ray J too.
Nah, but looking at verse for verse, what he said about Ross, he like, I can't believe you coming after me, you 50, and how could I be your #1 fan when every #1 hit, I put it in your hand?
Yeah.
So you needed me on your features for every one of your #1 songs. Without me, you're not on the charts at all. So how are you dissing me?
True, but I think at the same time, we all know in the rap community that we fuck with Ross. Like there's some songs that I really fuck with and some body of work that I feel like I like. I can't necessarily name it like right off the top of my dome, but I know that he's had some staple verses throughout rap. Not saying that he's again a #1 contender, but I feel like that gives him the right to shoot at bro. And they peers like. So it's like, what? I can't shoot at you?
How's all these niggas that was best of friends now y'all beefing with Drake? What's really going on with Drake behind the scenes? Or what's really going on with these niggas at the end of the day? Now everybody beefing at the same damn time. Ross beefing with Drake now. You should have did that when Meek was going at him. You should have chose your side then. Yeah.
That is a good point because when him and Meek was going back and forth, Ross played playing both sides type of position. Like, I'm still cool, but you jump out the window because he sent a cease and desist to French Montana. So now if I'm Meek, I'm looking at Ross like, how cool is we? Because I'm signed directly to your label. I'm thinking you feel me? I go at Drake, it should have been us. You played the background. You played both sides. French Montana, you jumped out the window for him. So what's really going on behind the scenes?
I think too it's more nuanced, and you never know what was the icing on the cake to a certain situation. You never know. He could have gave him passes. They could have discussed things, and that could have just been the icing on the cake. It could have been the final straw.
Man, you on my label. 50 gonna go after any nigga going after his artist. Majority of people will. If y'all sign on my label, if I'm with the viral way, it's us. Anybody going after him is going after me.
Period.
That's the end of that. It's not even a discussion. So
even if we was cool,
exactly.
Because you coming after the umbrella. If you attack him and you make him look bad, you making the whole umbrella look bad. So you feel me? You got to draw a line somewhere. But Ross said some shit though. Ross was talking heavy. He said you need to give Wayne some more money. He gave you your whole style. He gave you the juice. You need to give Baby some money. You need to give Rapper lots of money because they pretty much backed you in the industry and gave you that image.
Ross was saying a lot like he basically don't write his raps. Like how can we respect that type of shit? But it's like all y'all niggas doing is after making 1 million hits with this nigga. Yeah. So it's like, but this is a good look for Drake because at the end of the day, everybody going after him. So that's really making him look like the king of the throne. Like everybody coming after me now type shit.
He looking like Thanos right now. He's looking like
crazy. Y'all don't ever look at it the other way though? Because I was low-key looking at the other way. Which I feel like is, does anybody else see a problem? Like, if 10 people feel a type of way about you or 15 people, at what point do we start to look at that person and be like, are they the problem? Whatever is going on. Like, I feel like he is for sure Thanos, and that's what it looks like. But I'm just saying from that devil's advocate standpoint of, okay, if all 20 people have the same story, is the story true? Whatever that story is.
I mean, what's the story?
That's what I'm saying.
The only story I know is Drake is fucking all these niggas bitches. And they be mad about it. So that's what it looked like to me. Is Drake is fucking all these rappers' girls or the girls they want, and they waiting for a moment to jump out the window. Because it's going to look bad if I just jump out there like, oh, I'm mad because you slept with this chick I wanted. So now I'm using the excuse. Oh, you sent the cease and desist to French Montana.
What was that even
really?
about? The cease and desist. What was that? What was that for?
I think it was for like a song to not be released, either a song or a project to like not be released type shit. Like me and you do a song, or maybe you sample my voice or my verse, and whatever happened behind the scenes, I have, instead of me telling you, I have my lawyer send you some paperwork like, hey, that can't come out. So Ross looking at it like you want French you want French career to die off type shit.
Maybe. Yeah.
Well, basically, I don't know. He called him a white boy for like 5 minutes straight. Like, you a white boy with Wranglers on with no underwear. So I'm like, I don't know. He was attacking him,
which is crazy.
How
do you know he don't got no underwear on though?
Is French Montana the guy that Donald Trump got out of prison in like a foreign country? Was that him?
I think that was A$AP Rocky.
No, that was A$AP Rocky. He's one of the ones dissing Drake as well.
Yeah, A$AP Rocky, stay out of it, please.
A$AP got to fall back because I heard his lines. He's not rapping on a level to be going at Drake.
It's Drake and Kendrick. That's all we really are waiting for. Everything else is just the brown bread at cheesecake before the dinner come. Like, to me, at this point, just the appetizer, just something to keep me interested until the main card comes, which is Kendrick. Now he got. Would y'all say he's on the clock right now?
No, he's definitely on the clock. He's definitely on the clock, and I thought when Drake released his song, because they said Kendrick already has one in the chamber.
I saw that as well.
I believe he should have immediately released his on top of Drake's to drown Drake's out. Because now people are letting Drake's marinate, and now the clock is ticking on you. Because back in the days, you could wait months to release a response. Yeah. You got to realize when Jay-Z released Takeover, Nas didn't release Ether till like 6 months later. But we're in the digital age of streaming where everything is instantaneous. So if you're not responding in 2-3 hours, people looking at it like you ducking smoke.
But it's wild to put Kendrick on the clock when nobody put Drake on the clock. Niggas was just patiently waiting. I can't wait till Drake drop his. Like,
that's true.
Niggas never had no time slot for Cuz. Like, whenever he drop it, he drop it.
I think he got the benefit of the doubt because if I'm wearing the crown, it's like you got to give me some leeway. It's like I'm the champ. You have to convincingly beat the champ. Like
Who
it's boxing.
Who says he was really wearing a crown?
Is he not?
Obviously, Kendrick don't feel that way. That's
I don't
why
think
he's
he
doing
is.
what he's doing.
I don't think he is, because the only time niggas start doing all of this is when Kendrick started saying something. Like, besides that, nobody's really trying to battle each other. Nobody's like pushing the pen, it seems like. I'm sure there are a whole bunch of other artists, but within the mainstream that we know, the big three, it seems like they really start to get competitive on and the surrounding rappers only when he comes out and says something.
Kendrick is like a nigga like, yeah, I'm gonna allow you to do that until I step on the court. Then we see who the king of the court. Yeah. When I get in the game. When I'm not in the game, yeah, you can have it. But when I jump in, then we see who really holding that throne.
This my thing with Kendrick. A lot of people don't know Kendrick was actually a battle rapper. He used to be in the pit out here on the West, actually battling. He actually has battles on YouTube from like 05. Like, he used to be in the pit with Daylight and Disaster. If anybody's familiar with the battle rap culture, you already know who them is, legends in the game. So he's actually comes from a battle rap background. So for Drake even taking that on, I give him his props for that. But we have to wait and see on the response, because the longer he takes to release it, I feel like the anticipation is getting so high that you may not be able to reach the anticipation, even if the record's hot. So he damn near got to come out and release this shit now. I just seen one of his producers from Rigor Mortis say it's in the chamber and it's about to come out.
I seen that.
But I feel like the longer he waits, the longer the Drake hype is going up. It might be a dud, even if it's fire. So he got a low key. Either he drops some ether or he drop it immediately.
I don't know. I think he has the upper hand because, again, I think he hasn't said as much. And we already have, on Drake shit, we got a whole song, and at the end, we got a snippet of a song that's about to come out again. I don't know if you heard that part at the end.
Yeah,
it's
the
a
little
whole
singing.
other song. So it's like we already got that. J. Cole shit, like you said, he gave out, which now after hearing all the verses, I wish he didn't, because I think it was a good first song, me personally. I really liked the 7-minute drill. So I just feel like besides that, you get me? What is really?
I think y'all sleeping on Ross, bro. Ross is like he's like the wild card, because remember when he went at 50, we all was like, he don't have a shot. And he just trolled 50 into damn near non-existence musically. And Ross just kept dropping hit after hit after hit. And he's low-key taking the same route with Drake. He immediately went to social media, started trolling him, calling him BBL Drizzy. Hey, we know you went to Dr. Miami to get your abs sculpted. Yeah. You got a nose job, this, that, and the third. He had a concert yesterday. He had the Drake hoodie on. I don't know what that represented. If I'm Drake, I'm looking at you like a fan. Like, you did a concert with my face on your hoodie.
But he basically took 50 whole concept when it comes to destroying a career of trolling people and doing what he's doing. So I can't really say, because when it comes to music wise, I'm gonna take Drake over Ross regardless. Like,
and I don't think he has the power to end his career with the little internet shit. Like, I just don't think so. Drake's much more bigger than that.
Drake got a cult following. Yeah. Like, it ain't no getting rid of him. Like,
that's my only thing about the beef, though.
Drake is like Taylor Swift.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's as far as he's gone.
Yeah. See, there's some other bars I see now that y'all saying other stuff that I'm remembering that Drake said about Kendrick. But again, he said some shit about go make a song with Maroon 5, go make a song with the Swifties. But it's like you have videos, Drake, partnering with Taylor Swift. You have, so everything that both of them are saying, you can kind of point out in both of them. So I need to see a response from Kendrick now that it needs to be just more direct, for one, and then just have more than 56 seconds on a song.
Kendrick gotta actually say a name. Like, you damn near gotta come on some Nas and Ether. Like, the first bar gotta be fuck Drake. Like, at this point, the subliminals is cool. We can all catch the lines. The fuck a first person shooter. I hope you got 3 switches. We know he talking about J. Cole, but I'm at the point where I want to hear you stamp a name on it. Because even with the Drake song, Drake still hasn't stamped his name on it. People were trying to say it's AI. Like, he leaked it himself just in case the world didn't like it, and he could say it wasn't him, it was AI. But if the world do like it, now he sent the master version over to DJ Academics, and now he's stamping it. But prior to that, he didn't just throw it out and throw it up on his Instagram like, hey, diss record out. He low-key was like, I felt like that was I don't know if it's strategic or kind of a coward move.
You could say it's both. I think sometimes the strategic move is the cowardly move. Unfortunately, like that's what he did. I think he wanted to test the waters, and he was okay with it damaging a little bit of the credibility of it to get the feedback that he wanted to then go ahead and say, fuck it, I'm gonna drop the final version. I'll take a little bit of an L. If they fuck with it, I'll drop the final version. It's gonna go so crazy that is gonna become such a small part of the story that people are probably not gonna care.
How we feel about Drake getting his abs sculpted and possibly a nose job? Is that damaging his credibility?
I
don't care what that got to do with him lyrically. Like, I don't be paying attention to
and no,
too
bro,
much
like,
that.
we're at the point now, like I said, niggas are painting their nails and they just do, men are just doing a lot of things in the industry that they're doing that I don't necessarily agree with it. But it is what it is. People aren't going to stop listening to him.
A man getting your abs sculpted is kind of crazy.
No, it is.
That's like, a little wild. That's a little wild to me.
Just do some sit-ups. Or
nose job as well. Like he went and got the mic jack. That's a little crazy to me. That's okay. How we feel about this? Because I see people trying to compare accolades. To me, it's a rap beef. It's lyrical. I don't give a fuck how many awards you got. I'm looking at bar for bar. I'm looking at metaphors, punchlines, similes, delivery, cadence, flow. That's what I'm looking at. I'm not looking at how many Grammys you got, because we all know that's orchestrated anyway. I'm not looking at, oh, how many streams he got. We all know they got stream farms where they got 1,000 phones in the warehouse streaming songs around the clock. So them numbers are fabricated. The same way the record companies used to buy their own artist albums to make it look like they were going platinum organically, but the label was paying for it. But they just said Jay-Z just paid like $20 million to get Beyonce's that little cowgirl record she got spinning. So that's the #1 country song. But he invested $20 million to make that. They didn't just put it out and let it spin. So I don't pay attention to numbers because all of that is concocted by the industry. I'm looking at bars. Bar for bar, Kendrick and Drake, we'll be able to judge when Kendrick drops a full song. Because you're comparing a verse to a song. I need a full song.
Okay, I agree with that.